be super old school, but not actually being it. It's like, yeah, back in 2003, we had we made probes and pylons. Yeah, it was good shit. I'm not nearly as old school as that. Anyway, I thought we were gonna have. Wait, was that not Snow? Why is he listed as Terran? Did he switch race? Is he a race switcher?
이재동 선수의 경기에서 패하면서 다 깨진 이런 상황이에요. 그런 아쉬움을 스타트 데뷔전에서 승리를 거두면서 그 아쉬움을 모두 다 날려버릴 수 있게 될지 그러면서 공군 에이스가
It definitely showed versus Terran for Canata. So I'm a little bit confused. Alright, whatever. Also, looks like my mods are stealing each other's lightning bolts. It's a mod war in the channel! All you regular users take cover lest you be banned in the crossfire. Lest you become a casualty of war. Should make a movie about it, like Wrath of the Mods. And then one heroic normal user dodges all the bans and somehow manages to acquire like the wrench, and he just comes in and bans all the mods. Oh man, that would be glorious. I could actually see that. Somebody needs to make like an entire drama series out of a Twitch TV chat. I just gave you the basic plot line, so you can just run with it now. And then like after the wrench guy comes in, like he overthrows all the mods, and then he takes over and becomes like the evil overlord, and then he starts his own reign of terror over the chat, and then like everyone is oppressed and stuff, and then eventually the gun run comes in, and he's just like, and then the gun run comes in, he's like the final boss, and he just strikes down the corrupted wrench guy. He's just like, oh, I am gun run. Bow before me. Oh man, that's awesome. I actually want somebody to make this now. This sounds so exciting. I don't even know what's going on in the game. Oh, this is actually a TVT. Okay. So I guess Snow changed races. So he's gonna be T8 against T2. Giggle, giggle, giggle. What just happened? I was like fixing the overlay. Alright. So, we have a wall-in. A funny looking wall-in. Putting the barracks on the side there instead of in the middle between the depots. I think this actually makes sense because I believe he can build an add-on there without lifting. Is that correct? Can anybody confirm or deny whether he can make an add-on there? Because I don't think you can make the add-on if you put the barracks in between. I think that's why he did that. So he's probably going for a fast, I don't know, Reaper? Marauder? We shall see. He has taken his gas now. And, yes, fantastic. I love this stream. Guys, we're building character. Remember, we're building character. I'm turning you all into fine young men and women as part of your training. It looks like it was a Reaper opening for, what's his face? Canata. But Snow would have scouted this without scouting SCV, maybe, I think. Scouting SCV looks like he's just chilling by the watchtower now. He did do a 1 racks expand, it looks like, followed by 2 more barracks being added on, and now the gas. Both gases being taken. So we haven't missed anything particularly important so far. And the SCV does see the Reaper. It is going to get picked off. That means he can now move his Marines into position to defend his mineral lines. Interestingly, if the Reaper goes into the natural now, he can kill the SCV building the command center. Oh, no, it looks like command center just finishes, so he won't be in time for that. And the Marine's getting ready to ambush that Reaper. Or, sorry, Reaper rather. Ah, I wish it was a Reaper. Bit of a Freudian slip there. And he's going to follow up, going up to starport here, so it's going to be a 1-1-1. But it's going to get completely spotted. Look at that. Boom! Money scan. So now Snow knows exactly what's going on. And oh, look at this! There was a tech lab being added onto that factory, but he cancels it Look at that, he faked Banshee. I'm pretty sure that was a tech lab. He faked going Banshee and is now switching into making a Hellion and Medivacs. I think he's just going to go for a Hellion drop in the main base here. Very, very sneaky. Meanwhile, he's also getting Reaper speed. Reaper speed? Reaper speed! Oh my god, he's got 3 Reapers. He's got 4 Reapers. And he's getting Reaper speed. He's going to go for a Hellion drop plus Reapers. Wow. Wow. This is cool. Yeah, this actually does remind me of that Boxer game. I saw Boxer do this. This was actually back when I was actually, you know, watching a lot of these StarCraft matches, like the GSL matches and stuff. And Boxer did this shit, and I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. And then it completely failed and did absolutely no damage, and I was just like, oh. But it was still really cool. You guys remember that? Boxer got owned in that game. Anyway, here we go. He's going in. The Marines are in position, but here come the Reapers and the Hellions. And there the Hellions drop. The Marines are in a line. The Marines are in a line, but a Marauder comes out. But is it enough? One Marauder. Can he stop them all? The SCVs are coming off the line, but Hellions and Reapers are both pretty good against SCVs, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, there's actually 3 Hellions still in the base, but they are gonna get loaded up. The Marauder and the Marines are too much, and that was not enough damage. He killed a lot of Marines, but he didn't really get any SCVs. He's killed 4 SCVs total, and I mean he has a slight SCV advantage. So Canata has 29 SCVs to 27 SCVs of Snow, but Snow's still making SCVs from 2 orbitals, and he has double mules as well, obviously. But oh, gonna lose a few more here. One more shot. Ah. So wow, killed a few more now. So 12 workers killed total. So giving himself a nice worker advantage. Also expanding it of his own. So now he's got an expansion. He's got a second orbital. So I feel like actually with that second drop, perhaps that was actually enough damage. And since he roasted so many Marines earlier on, and as you can see, there's no reactors on any of the barracks, right? So the Marine production isn't even that high. So there's no real big threat of like a giant attack coming anytime soon from Snow. Canata can now feel safe, having done the economic damage as well as preventing any early timing. He can just, you know, add on his own barracks and stuff. He is getting siege tanks now with siege mode. Those will definitely help against any early aggression as well. And yeah, Canata now seems in a pretty nice position. And if he wins this game, that means we will see an ace match, which will be quite exciting. I do like seeing ace matches. Well, I'm not really sure who Air Force Ace would choose as their ace player, though. They've sent Gwemchi out a few times, and alright, looks like ILSTV just chilling. I mean, he's injured, right? He's injured. He's only got 8 HP. You can't really, you know, ask a wounded guy to work, can you? He's got like a broken leg and everything. Oh, is Canata really gonna attack with like 2 tanks and 4 Marines? That's like sick timing, yo. Sick timing, goo. Is he really just going? Stim is actually not even done. It should be done by the time the attack gets there, though. Yeah. Looks like he's gonna back up. So interestingly, you know, since Canata went for the 1-1-1, he has 3 tanks, and Snow has none. But Snow does have a bigger bioforce, so 20 Marines against 12, and is now going in for a double medevac drop into the main base here. 2 Marauders and a bunch of Marines in those medevacs. And I don't think Canata's going to be prepared for this, and his siege tanks are going to be, you know, not quite as effective at helping against this drop. Of course, siege tanks, you know, they're much better in siege mode. They're good at controlling space, holding a position, but to just bring them back and defending against a drop, 2 medevacs, killing a lot of Marines and Marauders, it's going to be difficult. They are going to siege up here, but the splash is going to do a lot of damage to his own SCVs. He's got to be a little bit careful here, but it looks like it will actually be enough. He brought the tanks back in time, so actually ignore what I was saying earlier. It looks like just, you know, bringing them back in time and putting them in a good position is going to prove sufficient to defend this drop. So that drop doing far less damage than I anticipated, actually. Good game sense by Canata to kind of see that one coming. Pretty sure he didn't scout it beforehand. He was just prepared. He just figured that his opponent would try something like that. There are Firebat Hero and Cal gonna freeze on the screen for us. Oh, looks like we're back. And a third command center now going up for Canata. Whereas no third command center just yet for Snow. He has added on some more barracks though. Continue pumping out those Mariners. We do have a reactor at starport now to pump out those medevacs double time. And oh, looks like gonna catch a few Marines though. Oh man, Canata not paying attention, losing a couple Marines. Might even lose a siege tank. Wow, nice move there. Nice control. However, the Marines giving chase, not gonna allow Canata to retreat there. And oh, getting revenge for their fallen allies, taking down almost all the Marines and both the medevacs. So man, if Snow had managed to snipe those Marines on that tank and then run away, that would have been a great move by him. But since he lost all that stuff, I think it was a fairly even trade. In the meantime, we do have double upgrades for Canata. Looks like he's getting +2 attack and +1 armor, but only +1 armor on the way for Snow right now, so presumably he's got +1 attack already, but only has 1 engineering bay. That idle SCV is still being idle, by the way. Oh man, super slacker SCV. That SCV is like me in high school and college. Oh man. Oh look, he's got another slacker SCV. He used to hit F1 a few times and find all these. Fix that. Anyway, wait a minute, are those, what are those? Are those just depots? Okay. For a second I thought he was like building bunkers on the edge of his base. I was like, that's weird. It's like anti-drop bunkers. That might not even be that bad of an idea, honestly. Does any Terran do that in TVT? Just build like one bunker on the edge of their main? Because, you know, drops on the main base, especially like on Antigua, which is pretty easy to drop into the main, are pretty common. So like one dropship, or sorry, one bunker in your main might not be that bad of an investment. I don't know. Anyway, looks like a third command center just now being planted for Snow, whereas what's his face? Canata floating his one over. Wow, giving up a free medevac there. That's a bit of a mistake. So he was just focusing on something else. But medevac drop is going down here towards a third. And oh, he's gonna hide them for a bit. I guess he's gonna drop all of them and then stim them and run in. He might have even hoped that the command center was finished, but nope. It's actually only attacking with 5 of them. All right, that's cool. Buffaroo! And oh, gonna abandon those 3 Marines. Doesn't force a cancel on the command center, but does keep the medevac alive. That Viking, oh, does get taken down, but that Viking's been proving very useful. Just harassing medevacs here and there, and see, he only made 1 as well, so it's not the biggest investment. Now adding a couple more Vikings to add to that anti-air to start you know, poking down those medevacs. Both players do have that nice sensor tower in the main to spot any incoming drops. And looks like, oh, medevac drop. Now going over to the third base of Canata. Canata though does have a middle high ground position though, so he's definitely got the positional advantage in this game. It looks like he's actually just going to abandon it, bring all his units back home. It looks like actually the remainder of this medevac drop is going to force a cancel on the command center. Wow, very crucial move there. So now Snow has no third, and Canata is already mining from his third, I think. Yeah, he's already mining from it. He's got the orbital there and everything, but the drop is coming in here. His units are out of position. These Marines can actually kill a lot of SCVs here. He's got turrets there, but they weren't in position to block the drop, and here he goes. He's going to get a couple of the mules as well. And it looks like Canata not going to bring too many of his forces back, just going to use the reinforcements to defend this, and that should be plenty here. Yeah, he should be fine. He's not going to bother, you know, he's not going to waste, or not going to over-defend, and oh, snipes the medevac. Nice job by him. So Snow kind of just getting shut down everywhere here. I mean, he killed a bunch of SCVs, but actually almost identical SCV counts now, 57 to 59. Both players have almost identical supplies as well, about 160 supply for both of them. And that does mean that Canata, you know, with his third base already mining, with a positional advantage here, holding on the middle high ground, is definitely in a solid position in this game. Looks like he's getting 3-2 upgrades for his Marines. Looks like 2-2 only just finished for Snow, but oh, looks like Marines coming in, going to kill a lot more SCVs. A double medevac Marine drop here. Might even give the command center. I think they're going to give the command center. Oh my goodness! It looks like Snow Canata rather was so busy trying to control that center high ground that he just didn't bother to put enough anti-drop defense. And this is a very big mistake, and you know what? This is actually very reminiscent of Brood War TVT. Now, obviously in Brood War TVT, you know, you replace the Marines with like Goliaths and Vultures, but it's the same thing, you know. If you focus too much on the positional game and you just commit all your army to holding, you know, solid positions, strategic positions on the map, while it can get you in a good position, if you're not defending against drops and counterattacks, then you'll just, you know, the positional advantage doesn't even matter. I mean, okay, fine, he's holding the high ground, but if Snow just keeps dropping him, like, he needs to have some kind of warning there. Might want to invest in another sensor tower at his third, actually, and a couple of turrets there, although he has lost a lot of SCVs now. He's actually way behind in the supply. 148 for Canata against the 175 for Snow. And Snow looks like he's just waiting. He's massing up a big army here, waiting for the opportunity to strike. I think he might want to try going for another drop, like just 1 or 2 medevacs, dropping, and then when Canata pulls all his Marines back to help defend, then he goes in and breaks the tank line. I think we saw Flash do something similar a little while ago, but actually, wait, is Snow going to do it? No, he's just going to inch forward with his siege tanks. But that is a very strong siege tank line for Canata, so I don't really see how it's going to work. And now Canata also has a couple of Vikings of his own to help deal with Snow's Vikings. Looks like, wow, completely missed targeting though on his Vikings. So Canata saves both of his Vikings there. Oh, does lose a few Marines though. Trying to stem and grab that guy. And look at this, if you look at the minimap, Snow already has a sensor tower at his third to prevent any kind of similar drops on his third, and Canata still doesn't have a sensor tower at his third. I think it's a mistake from Canata. I mean, those sensor towers, man, they're pretty damn good at defending drops, especially if you're focusing all your efforts on holding the middle ground. You absolutely need to be able to spot those drops early and stop them. But looks like he has sent a few Marines over there. He's got a couple of turrets, although one of them is unfinished. And we are just gonna, I guess, just sit around for a little bit longer. Snow might wait till he's, you know, till he's actually maxed, or I'm not sure what. But Canata now catching up in the supply once again, still stuck on his 3 bases. And this is quite funny because even though Kanata's holding onto this high ground, it's not doing that much for him. You know, you think that if he's got the positional advantage, he might take advantage of it by, you know, expanding a little bit more aggressively, or you know, at least containing Snow a little bit more. But holding that high ground hasn't let him do too much. Would like to see him take a 4th base relatively soon. If he's going to keep that position, but actually he's moving his Marines around the side here. I'm not sure where he's going. Okay, looks like he's just adjusting to prevent Snow from finding any small weak point that he can move out of. He still can move along the south path, of course, if he wants to kind of hug the top of his third and sneak around the side. But obviously that does open himself up for counterattacks and whatnot. And it looks like he's loading up for another drop, but he's going towards the main this time, and there's that sensor tower, so as long as Canata is paying attention, then that shouldn't be a big deal. And it looks like, yep, there we go. Now going to show up on that sensor tower. Canata hopefully is paying attention to his minimap and can see that little red dot. Looks like he has sent a few units into position, so he is aware of it. He's actually bringing back a lot of Marines, and yes, intercepted by the Vikings. Very nice job. He can just land those Vikings now and get rid of those 2 Marines. Just gotta be very careful. He's constantly repositioning this army in the middle. All Snow is waiting for is just one mistake, for one time where Canata is not in position, he's not sieged up, and then Canata will just pounce on him, just snap his army up, and then take the game. He's just waiting for that opportunity. So, you know, Kanata's got to be really, really careful. He's also got 1 medevac loaded with Marines. I think just from a missed right click there, he needs to unload that. But both players still just, you know, jostling back and forth here in the middle of the map. It's like one siege tank gets sniped down, and Snow now decides he's moving up the left side. He's not being spotted. Now he's being spotted. But so now Canata needs to reposition his own tanks. See, this is what I'm talking about. This middle position isn't actually that amazing. And he's going to siege up again. But look at this. Snow just constantly forcing Canata to siege and unsiege and move into wonky positions. I thought he would actually commit there and just go around the side. But it looks like now he's going to commit. The Marines are a little bit out of position. But no, he's not giving himself high ground vision. Oh my god, he needs to give himself vision now of his opponent's tanks. Neither player is really going to commit to a huge engagement here. Man, these guys are both so just like nervous and indecisive. I feel like they should both be making girl blogs on Team Liquid, you know? Like this is the kind of play that results in terrible girl blogs. This kind of indecisiveness. Just go for it, man. Just jam it in. Do it, Snow. Kill him. Attack. Attack. Screw siege mode. Just go. Get him. Get him. Oh, we're gonna buffer. Alright. And now we have a double medevac drop at third base. There is a siege tank in position though, and there are some Marines to help out. However, the medevac's doing a good job healing these Marines. They're going to take out all those unhealed Marines, but the siege tank's going to pick them off because they don't just drop on it. He can actually just load those up and drop on top of the siege tank. But, I mean, why is Snow just like sieging there? What does that even do? What does that even do to the attack? Go! Attack! Attack? He's getting vehicle attack. He's getting vehicle weapons. Alright, good. Good. Looks like, yeah, +2 vehicle weapons is on the way. And, well, at least finally we at least have a fourth base. Okay. Whew! Thank goodness something was happening. Man, you know, like if this was Brood War, I'd be like, am I just watching a bugged replay? Because in Brood War, replays could sometimes bug out, and then like neither side would actually start doing anything. Like the minerals would start stacking up, and units would just start moving randomly and things, and neither side would attack anymore. And it was hard to tell at first, but eventually it got to the point where you're like, okay, this replay must be bugged because there's no reason these guys would have like 6,000 minerals and not be doing anything. But I don't think that happens in StarCraft 2, especially when it's a live game and not a replay. Maybe both their keyboards are broken and they're just sitting there. It's like we can't do anything. See, that's why they're obviously not as good as Flash. Flash just plays with his keyboard broken. Doesn't even matter. Oh, we have some action just as it buffers. Perfect. Oh yeah, look at those Vikings in the slideshow. Isn't that awesome? So, Canata has the fourth base now, so he's finally taking advantage of his positional edge in the middle of the map, which I think is good. He's also stockpiling a lot of money though, so it's probably about time. He's at like 1,500 minerals right now and basically maxed. And he's got like 10 idle SCVs. So the good thing is that drop will probably kill them, so at least he'll not have idle SCVs after Snow drops him. So I guess he should thank Snow. But I wish we'd have a little bit more action. Oh, it looks like we have a fourth base for Snow as well. Look at him! He sees the SCVs and he pulls back. He's like, oh my god, SCVs, he saw me coming! Oh wait, no, they're just sitting there. So he's gonna kill all those guys. But these reinforcements are going to clean it up, I believe. And so he's just going to run away. Ooh, one barely alive medevac there. And, oh, did he see the SCVs? I don't think he saw the SCVs. Wow, he was like 1 hex away from seeing those SCVs transfer. That would have been terrible for Snow, because he could have just, you know, sent some ground units over to take it out. But, looks like Snow running over with some of his bio forces. And I'm a little bit surprised actually that Canata isn't being a bit more proactive about scouting all those expansions. So I mean, he's holding this middle ground, but it's not actually doing anything. Like, Snow is still able to get drops off whenever he likes. He's still taking an expansion at, you know, a fine time. What is this position actually doing for Canata right now, besides being somewhat annoying and for Snow to walk around? All it's doing really is giving Snow's Marines more exercise. So right now, Snow's Marines are like way more fit than Canata's Marines. Canata's Marines are just been like sitting in the middle, lounging around, and Snow's Marines have been like running laps around the middle to try and avoid that center high ground. But it looks like he does spot that fourth base. He's gonna go attack it, but his own third is gonna get counter dropped here by a triple medevac drop. And I don't know if he has enough units at home to help defend this. I don't see any reinforcements on the minimap. There's no reinforcements at his rally point there. He's gonna have to evacuate this base. He might even lose the command center here, but he's gonna kill the fourth orbital of his opponent. It's gonna be a base for base here, a base trade, if you will, but not in the sense that they're base racing, I guess. It looks like we're also gonna have some siege tank action here in the middle of the map. And I think the reinforcements of Canata are going to clean this up with the help of some SCVs as well. He's actually going to grab all 3 medevacs, and this 4th base of Snow doesn't look like it's, or of Canata rather, doesn't look like it's spotted by Snow. He's built another sensor tower there in between his 4th base and Canata's 3rd to let him know if any units are coming in that direction. If I was Snow, that would definitely alert me to be like, hey, he's probably got a base there. But unfortunately for Snow, he doesn't seem to have enough army to really commit one way or the other. He's now down about 30 supply, almost 30 supply to his opponent, and seems to be missing medevacs. Really short in the medevac department. Meanwhile now, Canata slowly but surely pushing down, closing the noose on Snow, breaking down his back destructible debris now, moving in with some Marines. No, just going to pull back a little bit. It'd be quite cute if he just ran in and sniped the sensor tower, but there's a siege tank there already. But it looks like some Marines sneaking around the side this time, and they're going to move out of range of the siege tanks. They're going to snipe the orbital command. Oh my goodness! Now Canata actually has 0 income. Canata has no mining bases, ladies and gentlemen. He's got, I don't think he has any. I think he's distance mining from his 3rd, but he's going to clean up the rest of the army here for Snow. And Snow, I think, is getting very close to mining out as well. Snow, he lost his 4th base, so I think he's only mining on his 3rd, which is getting very close to mined out here. I don't know who's going to take this. This is actually getting ridiculously close here. It's going to come down to a really scrappy late game situation. Both, Canata completely mined out, Snow almost mined out. Canata with a 30 supply lead, and also containing his opponent. He's going to try and grab a siege tank, doesn't quite get the siege tank. Going to cost him a couple of Marines for that attempt, but he does have a lot of medevacs still to help heal his units. And Snow's been bleeding medevacs a lot, and it looks like Canata will float his natural orbital over to his 3rd, so he will gain some income once again. You can see he's down to exactly 0 minerals in the bank right now. Probably going to drop a bunch of... actually, I don't know if he'll drop a bunch of mules. Does he still have SCVs? Because both players, they can't drop too many mules, because they also want to save some of their orbital energy for scans here to just check the army positioning, because of course the positional game here is absolutely so crucial as well. Meanwhile, some patrolling, or some Marines and SCVs at that right side. I'm not sure what they're doing at that bottom right. But the thing is, Snow's got to be getting concerned as well. He cannot stay on just these initial 3 bases. That 3rd base, it can't be mining for too much longer. I mean, he has suffered some harassment there earlier, so it's still got some minerals. But this is like super low eco late game, and actually, Snow's catching up in supply once again after being able to snipe both the 3rd and the 4th base of his opponent. 154 supply for Snow against 164 for what's his face? The Canata. Damn, why do I keep forgetting Canata's name? Oh man, it must be the lack of sleep is really taking its toll. But look at this! Look at this! He actually floated his main command center over to the center base, but now Snow is floating his 3rd command center over to this bottom right main. But this is like orbital command musical chairs with expansions floating all over the place. But the funny thing is that Canata actually had a sensor tower in range to actually see this coming over. So not only did he scan it, but his sensor tower also showed him that that was there. By the way, it's quite funny that even buildings just show up as the same like little red king on the on the sensor tower. And now he's got a bunch of Marines there to defend as well. So this is looking very, very interesting. But the thing is, I think that leaves his tanks at his natural a little bit vulnerable. So if Canata actually commits all of his forces to attacking the natural, he might be able to take it down. But oh, it looks like he's going in with a bunch of Marines. But yeah, look at this. There's like almost nothing here. There's no Marines supporting those tanks. No spotting either. I feel like Canata should actually just attack that tank line. I don't think he should attack this base. But anyway, he's going after it. He's got a lot more Marines, and actually the Marines were not stimmed. Oh man, Snow's Marines were not stimmed there. He lost a bunch of Marines, but he does pull back to his siege tanks. But there's a double drop going in. He's going to drop all over the siege tanks. Snow's Marines, they're coming from the low ground, but they're out of position. And it looks like Canata's going to break this high ground position with the siege tanks. It's cost him a lot of Marines, but he does break it. He grabs those siege tanks. He's going to get a medevac even because Snow is not paying attention. And now the siege tanks of Canata are moving into position but to support from the low ground. But the siege tanks are going to meet there. He's going to take down the orbital command. He takes down the orbital command, but now he has to evacuate from all those Marines. Snow with a superior number of Marines coming in here. Can he evacuate in time? It looks like he does, and he also grabs a few siege tanks for free. Snow making a critical mistake there with his siege tanks, allowing them to get taken down, and also losing his orbital. Now the SCVs can't even go home. He's going to lose the SCVs as they distance mine. They try to return cargo to the third base, but oh god, he loses all the mules and the siege tanks. A complete waste of all those mules. And now Snow is distance mining from his third base that has almost no minerals. Canata now with a 45 supply advantage, 150 to 105. a huge Viking advantage. He's mining from that center expo. He's still mining from his third a little bit. Looks like he forgot to rally that orbital, but GG from Snow, and Canata takes the game. Air Force Ace takes the StarCraft 2 best of 3 2-0, and we will go to an ace match, ladies and gentlemen, between CJ Antis and Air Force Ace. And by the way, I have 1,337 viewers. Aw, yeah. Ah, damn, you guys ruined it. Ah, leave. No, stop. Stop going up. Leave. Leave. Everybody out. Go back to 1337. No, I'm just kidding. Stay. Nobody leave. Nobody leave. Oh man, now I can't get my window back. Ah, that game. That game. Lead is explaining to him how to not be so chobo. Look, Sky High too. He's talking.